Hello learners, today we are going to learn an important tool for conducting test. This tool is known as a test generator tool, oftenly named as a Testmoz. This tool is known as a test generator tool because it helps us to create a test and also to make an evaluation of test. In addition to that, it will also help us in making creation of the report of the same. In education, the term assessment is a method or a technique or a tool that an educator uses to evaluate, measure and document the academic progress, acquisition and educational need of the student. The main purpose of assessment is to measure student proficiency, to provide students many avenues to learn and demonstrate best what they have learned, to guide instruction, to help provide feedback and help student manage their own learning, to also evaluate student competency. Traditional techniques for evaluation has been adopted at different levels, such as for an individual student, for a particular program or for a particular institution. There are various techniques which are oftenly used for the purpose of evaluation, such as written test, practical test, performance test, work test, student self assessment, oral assessment and assignment. But these techniques have some drawbacks or disadvantages, just like it can be a labor intensive, it can be a cumbersome to store and to manage the record, it requires carefully defined criteria for the review. But although we have defined a criteria, different reviewers might generate different result. It may generate different result when it has been reviewed by different reviewers. The most important advantage of Testmoz are, it is the simplest tool which is oftenly used for making the conduction of test. It requires very few resources. You just don't need to use much resources. It does not needs to have any technical knowledge. No technical knowledge is needed for using this tool. Next, automatic evaluation is done for most of the content. Maximum contents you can be able to evaluate automatically. You can restrict the usage. That means it is possible for a user to restrict number of times a particular student or a particular user is opting for that test. You can also generate these reports automatically. And the last but most important advantage of this particular Testmoz tool is, this test can be conducted remotely. That means all of your students need not to be restricted within a specific classroom or within a specific college. They can opt for this test anywhere. Okay? And now we are going to learn this tool in the form of a practical. To start with actual working of Testmoz, we have to just open a browser. Again, you will need to have an internet connectivity for this task. Just type the URL testmoz.com, as it is already appearing in my browser. By clicking on this Testmoz browser, you are going to get a first initial page or home page of Testmoz, in which you have different options available. We are not at the moment going to cover up each and every module over here. What we are going to cover will be actual conduction of the test. So you have to just click on build a free test. Again, I would like to say something regarding this tool. This tool is available in a free as well as payable form, and what we are going to learn will be the free tool. Okay, I will give you the details regarding the same afterwards. So just by clicking on a build free test, we are getting a menu where you have been asked the name of the test, whatever you are going to conduct, and you have been asked a password, which is the most important from the user point of view. Once we have to create a test, we have to type the name of the test. I am going to give the name of this particular test was something Swayam. I am giving some password. I am retyping that password and I am clicking on a create test. By clicking on a create test, it is going to give me the dashboard or initial screen of my particular Testmoz, in which we have multiple options available. The most important option which is useful for us will be the question, how we can be able to add questions within the test. So, I will click on a question. By clicking on a question, it is giving me a menu where you have option to insert. Now, by clicking on that insert, you have various options available. Within that, we have the very first option, and that is a graded question. Again, survey ungraded questions are not available in a free option. In a free options, whatever we are trying for a Testmoz, we are getting only the graded question. So, I am clicking on the very first option, and that is a multiple choice. So, I will click on that multiple choice. So, we will add the very first question, which is a question of MCQ type. Okay, who is known as Gan Kokila? The persons, those who are belonging to the music stream, they might have an idea regarding this question. Okay, so I will give the options: Lata Mangeshkar. Next option, Asha Bhosle. Next one is Udit Narayan. And last option will be Sonu Nigam. Once we have given all the particular options, now you have an option over here to click on a particular answer we have. Just like the answer of this particular question is a Lata Mangeshkar, so I will click on a Lata Mangeshkar, and there is an option. Okay, just like if you will see over here, we have an option which will helps you in making the shuffling of options. Just like by clicking on this shuffle, it is possible for me to make the shuffling of options. So, whenever this question is floated among the student, now these options available in a shuffled form. Okay, there is also an option in a setting which will helps you in making shuffling of all the particular question. So, we have added our first question. Now, it is possible for us to add points to this question. So, here we have an option to add points. So, for this question I have added 2 points. Okay. Next, we will try to add a new question. So, I will click on this plus. So, next question, again in this particular case it will be a multiple choice question. So, I will try to add a particular question which is of the type, and that is a choose from the multiple. So, I will choose on this particular option, choose from many. Okay. I will change the particular question over here. Okay. What you can perform in Testmoz. This is the question I have added. Okay, what you can perform with Testmoz. Okay, the first thing, you generate test. The next option is evaluate test. Next option is something create a document, and the last option I am going to add will be generate report. Okay. So, in this way I have added the things. Of course, by using Testmoz it is possible for me to generate a test. Okay. Again, I can be able to make an evaluation of the test, and in addition to that it is also possible for me to make the generation of report. Of course, it is not possible for me to create a document. Okay. For this question, suppose I have added something 3 points. Okay. So, in this way it is possible for you to add a questions, and you can be able to add points as per your need. Okay. Again, I will try to insert a new question. Okay. We have various options over here regarding the graded question. The first one is a multiple choice, second one is a multiple choice with choose many option, the next one is a true or false. Okay. So, I will try to click over here on a true or false. So, I will try to add some new question regarding the computer. Okay. Who is or Charles Babbage is father of computer. Okay. Of course, I have to specify whether this particular statement I have made is a true or false. So, this particular statement is a true. I will try to add points to this particular question also. Okay. So, of course, in this particular case I have given the particular option true and false, and the points which are given to this particular question will be again 2 points. Okay. In the similar manner, it is possible for you to insert another options like matching. Okay. How to make that matching we will try to just now see. Okay. So, I will click on a matching. The moment I will click on a matching, I am going to get 2 different options. The first option is question, and of course, the particular choice. So, under the question I am going to type some of the names like Virat Kohli. Okay. Next option is PV Sindhu. and the last one is Amitabh Bachchan. Okay. So, this way we have added all the particular questions, and now as far as the match options are concerned, I will try to add some of the match options. Okay. Just like the first one I will try to add will be badminton. Next option will be cricket. Next option is something regarding movie. Okay. So, this way we have added all the particular options. Okay. By clicking on a delete, you can be able to remove some of the options if you just do not need. So, I will click on delete. So, remove that particular option. Now, by adding this particular option, I will try to match this Virat Kohli with the cricket. So, I will choose this option number 2. Okay. PV Sindhu is related with badminton. So, I will try to choose that particular option. Okay. And the last one, Amitabh Bachchan, will be related with the cricket. So, I will try to choose that particular option. So, cricket. Okay. So, this way we have added all the particular options, and again I will try to give 3 credits to this particular question. So, you can choose the points, number of points you would like to add, and the last option I am going to add in this particular one will be related with something, and that is a fill in the blank. Okay. It is also possible for you to insert a question of the type fill in the blank. Okay. So, in the fill in the blank I will try to give the very simple question, and that is this term is oftenly, or straight away I will try to put the particular question first of all, dash 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 is commonly referred as information communication technology. Now, answer for this particular one will be something, and that is an ICT. ICT is very oftenly referred as a information communication technology. Okay. Now, you have one option over here, and that is regarding case sensitive grading. By choosing this particular option, it is possible for you to restrict a user in a particular case sensitive manner, just like the answer, if a user has given ICT in small, so this will not be considered as a correct answer. So, I will choose this particular option, case sensitive. That means it is expected that a user should specify this particular option in the form of a capital only. ICT in capital is commonly referred as a information communication technology. So, this way we have added 5 questions, and I will try to give the grading to this particular question will be 2 grades. Okay. Once this particular task have been done, you can click on a save. The moment I will click on a save, it is directly giving a message to me ki don't worry about saving, this page is auto saved. So, whenever you are typing your questions, so at that moment of time these questions will be automatically saved. Okay. If I will go at the beginning of my particular test, you are getting a particular option over here, you have 5 questions with total grades of 12 points. That means maximum points can be scored by a particular learner will be something 12 points.